you couldn't stay in that connection because that person wanted your life. Whether this is romantic, this could be friendship, this could even be family members for some of you. Take it as it resonates. You have a very bright, dynamic energy with I have this wander at the back of my deck. But what's unique about this card is that this is someone who gets a lot of divine inspiration, but instead of like the shapeshifter card before this, which is someone who's like full of divine inspiration, like they could be anything, there's so much like opportunity within their hands. This is someone who takes that opportunity and puts it into action. I heard like put it into the earth. There's transmutation energy, like alchemy kind of energies, that you have the ability to take whatever is thrown your way and turn it into something beautiful. And that's kind of particular about this connection, because this connection wasn't unique to you. Again, whether this is romance or friendship or family, for some of you, you could say like, well, which one is it? Because you experience that a lot when it comes to people that enter your life. And it's gotten to a point where like your guides want you to use that energy creatively, especially as part of, some of you are going through a rebirth. And this is part of like this new you, but there's some kind of like creative thing I'm getting. I'm seeing someone who is sketching or painting, and they are painting themselves from whoever that person was that hurt you or recently left your life, that kind of thing, from their point of view. So if this was like, I'm hearing like ex-boyfriend or like a situationship or an ex-friend, again, ex-family member, take it as it resonates. So whoever that person was to you most recently, it's like you are drawing yourself from their point of view, or you're writing a poem from their point of view, or you're painting a picture of you from their point of view. They want you to do this to alchemize because there's someone or a group of people that's been hanging around in your energy that you need to alchemize as part of this rebirth. And they're hanging around not because, well, they could be pulling on your energy. A lot of these people are more like fans, which is why they couldn't stay in your life, because they're just meant to watch from a distance. But it's like, instead of just cutting cords or that kind of thing, if you like to do cord cuttings, again, like whatever you like to do, but it's alchemizing this energy, turning it into something new, and that they're still present in your headspace, because there's an aspect of yourself that you're not seeing, that it's this energy of you playing too small. Like, you know that you play too small, and yet you continue to do it and attract these kinds of people to you, and it's to wake you up. So it's, if you start this process, I'm seeing someone having like a blank notebook just dedicated to this, to either poems from that other person's perspective or a sketch from somebody else's perspective, that it's that ex-friend, how did they see you? And then sketch yourself. It doesn't have to be like a portrait. It can be symbolism, how they would see you like symbolically, and that if you put them all together, of like everyone that sort of repeated the same energetic pattern in your life, you're going to see a pattern within yourself, and it's something about you that you need to realize. It's almost like a shadow aspect, but in a good way. It's like the good things you aren't seeing about yourself. This is a bit of this can be a shadow work exercise for some of you, especially if you come from like a trauma background. You may be so used to looking at your flaws, like that aspect of shadow work could be pretty easy for you. Like seeing the things that, it's easy for you to like look at your flaws and be accountable on those things. But when it comes to the things that make you special, or the things where you shine or you glow, you don't really see that as much. It's easier for you to see yourself from a much more like shaded aspect. I'm seeing someone stand in like a corner, like a shaded corner. It's like dark. I don't know if this is making any sense. Yeah, with this geomancer here, where she's pouring energy back into the earth, this is like a grounding, an alchemical thing that you're being guided to do. I love that there's like an eye and a crown here. So there's seeing things like through your third eye, which is like an exercise of like taking things in through your crown, seeing it through your third eye. Like this can be a whole process for you of, it's almost like I'm hearing multidimensional viewing. I don't really know where that's coming in, but it's that you're seeing yourself from other people's perspectives, that it will help you see yourself better, and it will help you transmute this energy so that you start calling in more aligned people, as opposed to people that just want your life. Because there's something you're not seeing about your life, because there's, again, like what you see is the trauma. You're like, well, I went through this, this, and this. Why would they want to be me? figure that out. That's sort of like your block here. It's like you're still playing small because you're not seeing this. It's glaringly obvious to other people, which is why you're being asked to almost like take a third person point of view of you. Yeah, you're not seeing yourself clearly. This is lack of clarity. So I hope this message is making sense. There's something that, like an artistic process, where you sort of put yourself in somebody else's shoes, but viewing you. I actually had a dream of this recently, where I was in the dream, like interacting with someone, and then I shot out to the person who was watching me from like a balcony, and then I saw myself from that person's point of view. So it's like that. But turn it into like an art project, turn it into poetry, turn it into a song, turn it into a story, turn it into a painting, turn it into a sketch. Because there's a need for you to get very clear about something, and it's this low self-worth energy that you've been in. It's time to alchemize that because you're being called to something bigger. And a lot of you have been feeling frustrated. This came up in my last reading with the full moon of things that we're alchemizing. A lot of you have been frustrated with this playing small. You know you're supposed to be bigger. You know you're supposed to be brighter. You want to break into this next level of you. You want to, it's sort of like opening up something within yourself, inside of yourself, that's deeper and that's a little hidden. And this is a way to do it because you've been, yeah, this is almost like your inner child guiding you. I just saw someone coloring with sidewalk chalk. So you could do that. But it's almost like your inner child is guiding you, and they want you to do this exercise because it's something that you've known about yourself since you were a child, but you had to dim for like safety purposes. Again, there's like a lot of trauma coming through here. So if this resonates with you, let me know. All of my services are linked in my bio. And if you become a paid subscriber to my Substack, you get 20% off all of my Etsy services in perpetuity.